Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now we are going to learn about abiotic and biotic components. Can you list down some of the biotic components? Biotic components are living components. We can say plants, human beings, and animals are biotic components of an ecosystem. Can we list down some of the abiotic components? Abiotic components are non-living components, but these components support living components or interact with living components in an ecosystem. Sunlight, rainfall, mountains are some of the abiotic components in an ecosystem. These biotic and abiotic components interact with each other in an ecosystem. We will see an example of their interaction. Sunlight helps plants in the process of photosynthesis, by which plants prepare their own food material. Sunlight also helps in rainfall. Plants are consumed by animals. Animals also consume water, and water is consumed by plants. This is the way by which all the biotic and abiotic factors are interdependent in an ecosystem. We will discuss all the abiotic and biotic components one by one. Climate is a general condition of any place. We say weather is cool today. Weather is a day-to-day condition, whereas climate is general condition of a place observed over many years. Many abiotic factors decide climate of a place, such as temperature, humidity, rainfall, and variety of biotic components such as plants and animals will be different at different places. In desert areas, you will see camel, whereas in places of very low temperature, you will find snow leopard. One of the important abiotic factor which decides climatic conditions and temperature of a place is sunlight. It helps in the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process by which plants make their own food. Animals also require sunlight for their growth and reproduction. We can say that sunlight is a powerhouse of the earth. Third abiotic component is rainfall. Can we survive without water? Definitely no. Water is life. Without water, there will be no life on the earth. Water also helps in agricultural activity. All the industrial activities are dependent on water. Water is also essential for drinking purpose. Next abiotic component is location. Location decides amount of natural resources and types of plants and animals. Take example of Mumbai city. Mumbai has a coast. It is rich in petroleum and natural oil resources. Therefore, you can see how many businesses are developed in Mumbai, and population is also high in Mumbai. Geological structures include mountains, plateaus, plains. Every structure will have different mineral composition. Plateaus will be high in metallic minerals such as iron, copper, gold. Plains will provide fertile soil for cultivation. Mountains are storehouse of natural resources like petroleum, coal, limestone. It also gives us timber, medicines, and herbs. Different activities will be famous in different geological structures. Mountainous regions will be famous for tourism activity. Plateau regions, plains regions will be famous for agricultural activity. Now we will talk about biotic components. Biotic components are plants and animals. Plants are called as producers or autotrophs. They produce their own food with the help of carbon dioxide, sunlight, and water. Animals consume plants, therefore they are called as consumers. Those animals which eat plants are primary consumers. Those who eat animals are called as secondary consumers. Microorganisms are the tiny organisms which acts as a decomposer. They decompose the organic compound into simple inorganic compounds. Scavengers are those animals which feed on dead organic matter. You must have seen crow eating a dead rat. Crow is a scavenger of our city. Next biotic component are human beings. But are they different from animals? No. Are they superior than any other animal? No. They are a part of ecosystem. They are a part of nature. And they are same as any other animal. Thanks for watching the video.